and I'm here in the camper. If you caught me over on Facebook, I did a little DIY of one of the new products we just came out with, which is, I mean, it's not a new project. If you're a crafter, you've probably seen it around. But I tried out our new DIY resin, UV resin. So it's not two-part. You just take and pour the resin in and then use a UV light, which we carry, both the flashlight and that. So it's pretty exciting. So I'm excited about that. I will be doing some over here on YouTube as well. Like I said, my name is Dory and I'm with Prairie Scraps. Be sure to say hello. This is my small business, and anything, and all the likes and subscribes and hitting that little bell is, and any of the heart buttons, that all helps me out here on my channel, helps me to create more videos. I also have a membership that also helps me kind of cut off the cost of creating a website. So hopefully, I just wanted to show you some of the things I got in. I got the new UV resin in, as well as the UV light. And I also got in a new mold for the resin, which is the ABC keychain mold. And so I'm excited about that, because it actually, if you've seen me here before make the ABC keychains, it doesn't have a hole in the top. This one has a hole built into it. So we'll see how that goes. I'll have my husband take a look at it, because he is my guy to do my resin like keychains, because I cannot do the little screws and stuff. So I don't know how he does. Giant hands. So anyway, welcome. I hope that you're here. I try to come live every Monday and Thursday here on Prairie Scraps on YouTube. And I'm actually transitioning over to only doing like shorts and reels and stuff on Facebook and Instagram, and am doing the majority of my lives right here on YouTube, because I'm finding it to be easier to use. And it's all in one place then. So I did get an order in. This is the new melamine resin platter that came in. And this is so adorable. And I actually think that I'm going to be using today. Oops, that's not it. That's my bunny rabbit. That needs to like kind of get put away, because it's losing its stickum because it's in the air. Oh, here it is. Strawberries. This is this month's club. Oops. I'm knocking things down. The club transfer for this month, it says fresh strawberries, 25 cents a pint. You pick, and you saw me do this. It's a whole project that comes you can get it in Canada or the US. It's only $21.99 here in the US, a little bit more, and that includes the shipping. But this month, if you go ahead and sign up for this, but the reason I brought this out is, wouldn't this look really cute on this platter? If you really like strawberries, you could totally fit this on this platter. It would fit perfectly, one half of that. But also, the project comes with a board. If you'd like more information about the club and would like to see that video, just go ahead and put club down below, and you get everything you need to complete the project. The first month, you do get a mini squeegee to go, and it's reusable. All the transfers are reusable up to 12 times, not 20 times. If you're really careful, you might get 20 out of it. But anyway, we're going to be using this today, but I just wanted to say this is a nice thick, this is not like cheap plastic Dollar Tree tray. This is a nice resin tray that just came out. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then I got a few, so remember I said if you sign up for club this month, you get 5 free transfers. It's called Vibe for 5. And if you're already one of my club members, you will get, if you purchase this month for $50, you will get 5 free transfers. And they are past club transfers. So I'll show you what I got, just so you get an idea. It may or may not be these. Obviously, they're while supplies last. This is Everything Changes, the March Club transfer. And they each come in this great little envelope here. So they are actually shippable. The next one that I got was called Bold Lemons. There's that one. Isn't that cute? It's got 2 parts of lemons, so you can do different colors and different shading with the lemons. The next one I got was Explore Your World. And this has got lots of great world places on it. So you could use that on lots of different ideas. I used it on a bag when I had that one. And then this one was one of my all-time favorite. I'll probably be keeping this because mine is actually almost worn out. I love this on the galvanized surfaces. It's premium gasoline. It has all kinds of words like full service garage, open 24/7. Get your kicks on Route 66, last chance, next service, 100 miles. All kinds of things. Great words. I love, love, love that one for making things. So was that 5? Maybe not. Oh, one more. This one is Sweet Spring. This is a really old one. This is April, and I can't remember what year. What does it say? 2018. Like, I got this when I first started with Chalk Couture. So I've actually got a couple of these, I think. Okay, sorry about that. I hope you stuck with me. All right, so some of the other things, I got all of those for free just for being a club member and placing an order this month. I just wanted to show you what I got in my order. This is what I ordered. Is patriotic patriotic banners, and this would fit on that tray as well. So I'm gonna have to be choosing what I want to put on that tray. I'm not exactly certain yet. This is Liberty Bell, and tell me if you have an idea for the Liberty Bell. What should I put it on? I don't know. I was really inspired to get it, and then now I'm not sure what to do. This was pretty cute dream fireworks pattern. I was wondering, I think it is repeatable, actually. So you could put these side by side and up and down, like, you know, in patterns, and make a bigger pattern of it. So it's pretty cool. It's very different than anything we've had. Some kind of bold patterns. This one, I loved it. I thought maybe like t-shirts, but maybe if you have other ideas, spilling the tea since 1773, so long London. I just think this is cute, and it's got a beautiful ship in the middle. I just love that. I'm gonna have to tell my friend Melissa about that, because she loves sea things. So I'll have to tell her about that. This one I got for t-shirts, red, white, and blessed. I think it's beautiful. I think you could do red, then white, then blue, and then do a white star maybe, or whatever you want for it, or a yellow star. Just depends on what color your t-shirt is or what your background is. And then this was my all-time favorite, the Star Spangled Banner on here in the shape of a flag. I think it's going to be really great, so stay tuned for that one too, because you know I'm going to make that one. So tell me your ideas, what you think I should do with the other ones, because I don't know, I maybe spaced what I was thinking when I bought it. So today I'm going to use that club transfer from the fresh strawberries for this month, and it is still available. You can still sign up, so just put club. You're interested in that. The shipping is included in the price of it. Comes every month in the mail with a complete project, a surface, 2 or 3. This one came with 3 paste packets this month, but I'm going to use some ink today to do this particular project. And the first thing I'm going to do is, this may be wider. I might use some of my cardboard here, because I think it'll be wider and can go to end. My other piece of ink mat is just like, yeah, I want to get the bottom portion of this really good. So bear with me while I'm getting this put in. You always want, when you're doing fabric, you do want to get something in the backing, because you don't want it to be like, this has got a rounded bottom, kind of like me. Don't be gross. If this is a crafting, thank you, but no thank you. I am sorry. I'm putting you in a timeout because you're being gross. I'm glad they're holding you for review. I am sorry. This is a crafting show, and I am just a small business owner, and I would appreciate it if you would keep it clean, keep it to what my channel is. Don't think that you could come here and try to sell my people. So I appreciate those of you who are legit. Speaking of old transfers, we are having on the 2 big sales right now. Up to 75% off on some of the old transfers. And I don't know if this mini buffalo check is on that sale, but I'm telling you, it is my absolute favorite pattern that I own. Buffalo check. Buffalo check and mini buffalo check. I don't know. I'm kind of a I'm gonna just turn this, I don't need to do the whole bottom. So, however, so we're gonna use this mini buffalo check. So if you're looking for some of the old transfers, go in and, you know, take a look, see what's on the site, because up to 75% off of like 150 different products. Let's see if we could get this stuck in here. I'm going to leave the backing on here, and I'm going to use, I only want to do the bottom portion. I'm kind of copying my friend Tarina on this one. The great thing about being a chalk couture designer is you get lots of great ideas from your friends. From your new friends, you instantly get this like group of people who like to craft, and you get to like kind of get ideas from them. I'm trying to get this even in here. See how far we need to go here. All right. Trying to get it straight. Wish me luck on that. There we go. Out to the edge. I want to get the whole edge here. But there's like, you know, it's kind of a fold in here because there's a bottom. All right, we're just going to do this. And I might just, whoops. What you want to do is get it down, get it nice and even, get it pressed down. And we're going to be using some ink. So I'm going to put you down here so you can see better. It's just too bad that, you know, one or two people really really can ruin it for everybody, right? Okay, so this is our ink that I'm using. This is a non-toxic ink, so you can use it wherever you want. I use it all the time in my little camper here and don't have any problems. And I'm just going to use my squeegee. It is a permanent ink, so you kind of want to keep an eye on where you have it. Make sure it's not on your fingers, and put it on your projects just carefully. You just don't want to get it everywhere else, right? And this is going to be, it's a little farmhousey in nature, so don't worry about it if you don't get it absolutely perfect. That's what I'm not shooting for perfection here. I'm just shooting for fun. So I'm just trying to get out to the outside edge here and squeegee it on. There is no worry about drying up on you. You could totally take your time to put ink on. It doesn't dry in the transfer and peel off if it dries too hard. That's the good news. So you can just take your time. Oops, I was gonna maybe not go too low. Maybe I am now. And I could feel my cardboard. The nice thing about the ink mats is that they don't slip. You could cut an ink mat to fit in here better. That might be a way to go if you're worried about it slipping. Like I'm having it slip here. You can see it's kind of bubbling up. It's not the... It's okay. We're just going to go with it. I'm using Storm, which is kind of our gray color. And I love this. This is kind of my favorite ink color, or, you know, favorite farmhousey color. And it's a neutral. This is just going to be sort of on the bottom in the background. I'm not doing the whole piece. I'm just using a bag that I found at a craft store. Or maybe I even just got it at... Yeah, I think I got it at a craft store. Nothing fancy, nothing, you know, just a cheap bag. I probably got it for a couple bucks. Actually, I think I got it at Michael's. That's where I think I got it. I think we're going to make a mess here at the bottom a little bit. And I'm picking up as I go any extra ink so that it doesn't sit on the transfer. This transfer is reusable, so you could use this over and over and over. I love using this transfer like on chairs and furniture with our chalk. The ink, once this dries, I will go ahead and heat set it with a heat press or an iron. Years and years and years I've done ink things with just a plain old iron. In fact, I think my iron just recently wore out, so I'm going to have to get a new iron. Kind of sad. It's hard to find. I like the heavy irons. So weird, I know. Everybody else, you know, especially with carpal tunnel, I don't want to have to press hard to make it go. It may seem kind of contrary to get a heavy iron, but the truth is, let me see here. I'm trying to get this flattened out here. The truth is, I really, just like the iron to do the pressing and not me. And if it's a really light iron, I feel like I have to push hard to do it. So then it's harder on my carpal tunnel, believe it or not. In this case, I don't want something. I'm just trying to get close as I can to the outside edge. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. It's okay if I miss a little bit here on the end. Totally okay. We're going to chalk it up to the, or ink it up to, literally ink it up to the creative process that it didn't get all the way. And I'm also working hard not to get, so you can use this ink on fabric or glass, and then as long as you heat press it, so glass, you want to be able to put it in the oven. Let's see how this worked. I'm going to get this put away, and you can see my hands are covered. So we are going to grab a wipe and get our hands clean before we do any peeling, because we don't want it fingerprints everywhere on fabric here. And see how this went. But make sure if you're looking for old transfers and want to get them on sale, it's a good deal. Go ahead and check out the sales. All my information is on this link on this this video. So go ahead and it's live. I have it there. Also, I put all of my finished goods. I do sell my own finished goods that I do. I'm just going to get this out here. Doesn't that look cute? Oh my goodness. Let me get this out. I'm leaving it on the backing. I'll take this and wash this on the sink in my kitchen. And, or you could use a tub because it is an 18 by 18 transfer. So sometimes they're kind of awkward, but isn't that the cutest? Oh my goodness. So cute. Just the bottom section of this. And we're going to start drying this here. Hello. Thank you for being appropriate and not, I appreciate you being here, but we would like you to keep it clean. So please don't make me remove you. Facebook will find you out. I'm noticing they're being pretty good about that. So I just appreciate it. This is a crafting DIY channel. It's my own personal channel, and I'd appreciate it if you didn't come on here and say all kinds of weird things. Weirdos. Yes, I don't know. I'm collecting weirdos today. But I do appreciate if you're here for the DIY part of it. It's just frustrating when people feel like they need to, like, be a pain. So we're just going to make a market bag here, kind of like, I'm okay with it not being exactly perfect around the edges. You're not going to see it when you put stuff into it and carry it around. You just won't see that part. You could try really hard to do it, but I'm not going to. Got a really wet spot down here in the corner. Just want to get it dry. Once this gets, and this will partially heat set it. My little dryer here will partially heat set it. But mostly I just want it to not be like sticky wet when we do the next layer. So isn't that cute? So cute. So I started saying before we got so rudely interrupted there, I did put all of my Easter, winter, and Valentine's Day things on I sell my finished goods on prairiescraps.com. So if you go over there, you could go check out, I have 20% off of those items. Just click the Easter button. It's my Easter sale this week for Easter, just passing it along, trying to clean out my store a little bit and get ready for the new season. 4th of July stuff, as you can see, 4th of July stuff came in. So, all right, there we go. This is very wet yet. I just barely touch it and got it all over my hands. So kind of watch that. It's definitely not dried out yet. Like I said, I've got some gooby stuff on the edge there. So that's okay. All right. Say hello. Hello from Texas. Little Jean DIY. Thank you for joining in. I am sorry about the trollers today. I really am. I apologize. It's no fun to have trollers on the channel. It's just not nice. So we'll just have to do our best to kind of ignore it. It's like little children, right? When they're being naughty, you sometimes just choose to ignore their bad behaviors. That's what I'm choosing today, is a little ignoring, trying anyway. All right, so this is our club transfer, and we're gonna do our best here to turn this into a cute little market bag. I think it would be cute as could be. And I'm gonna just put it down, and I do think, let's see, trying to get the middle. To get the middle point for fabric things, I always bend this backwards, not sticky sides together, and just make a little crease at the top so that I can kind of gauge by my eyeballs where to put it in the middle. And so I'm just putting it like in the middle of all the, between the handles here. And I'm gonna still, I think, work a little bit on this right here because it's gonna overlap. I wanna make sure that we get it a little more dry so it doesn't come up when we do the next layer. So the ink, once you heat press it, it is permanent. You can wash and dry it. You don't have to worry about turning the item inside out, which is really great. It doesn't run or anything, but you do want to get it dry and let's see how far. Not very far, just that top line. But you do, when you're doing fabric, make sure you put something because it will go through. It's soaking into the fabric really hard, so you just want to all right. I guess we're not going to use this mat. The mats do make life easier because your fabric kind of sticks to it. But because this bag, I have two sizes, the skinny one and then an 18-inch wide one. That one's way too big, so that one won't work at all. But we're gonna do our best here. So I think I'm going to use, maybe we'll start with these strawberries first, just because, let's see, let's find some red. Because we could do a couple layers if we want, although I'm not sure I'm going to. I might just kind of stick with it. So I've got some candy apple red here, I think. Oh, no, I don't. It's not open yet. We're having beautiful 60s weather today. Love it. Love, love, love. Nope, that's pink. Bright pink. Here we go. Candy apple. Ah, I keep grabbing that corner and it is sopping wet. It's very wet on the corner. Okay, let's see if we can maybe get this used up. I'm going to use it is kind of on the thick side, so I am going to add a little bit of water. These are water-based. The inks are. You don't often have to add water. You want it to be like yogurt consistency when you use it. So this is more like cream cheese consistency here. So I'm going to add some water to it. And the other thing is you don't want to add too much water and make it too runny. So that's the other caution. Like the cautionary tale of ink is don't get it too thin and don't get it too thick. Actually, I can use ink. Usually you can go a little bit thicker and it's going to be okay. If you go too thin, however, it doesn't work out as well. I sure appreciate you all being here. Mark your calendars. I'm usually here every Monday and Thursday in the afternoon between 2 and 3 o'clock Pacific time. But if you mark that if you just hit that little bell icon on the page when you subscribe, it will let you know when I go live, because you just never know. Sometimes I go extra during the week. You just never know. So I'm going to do these 2 strawberries, and this is still a pretty thick consistency, so we're going to have to kind of work with it a little. And I'm going to go from the outside in a little bit because I don't want it to smear outside. And then I'm using this tool. This is one of our tools. I'm using this tool to just kind of push it around like a paintbrush. It is a squeegee on the end. See that? It's like got a flat end. And you could see how thick my red is by, I can really see it up there. But we're going to smooth it out. And the hardest part is going to be this little part right here to get it in the lines. There we go. That went okay, I think. And make sure that everything is put down. And like I said, I don't have to peel this up at all. We're totally fine to leave it down through this whole process because it doesn't like stick to the, hopefully it won't, unless it's too thick. That could happen for sure. I'm probably going to peel it back just because before I, oofta, we've got red. Just gonna work it around. This is what happens when you kind of get to the bottom of the barrel. I probably had this red, probably a couple years, so it's pretty good. Even if it gets on the dry side, you just add a little bit of water, and this definitely is getting to the end. Just trying to get in there so that I can put green leaves on this strawberry. I do prefer to work with, if I had to choose between too dry and too wet of ink, I would prefer too dry. It's a little bit easier to manipulate than the too wet. What ends up happening is it soaks into the fabric and then you've got kind of a mess because it like soaks in. I think I also want to do this strawberry, so we'll kind of come back to that. I do want to check this. So before I move forward anymore, I'm going to make sure my fingers are clean. Make sure you say hello. Tell me, do you put strawberry decorations up in your house? Put a little strawberry down below if you can. Those are looking good. Aren't those cute? Cute, cute, cute. Okay, those turned out okay. We're just going to stick that back down. It doesn't need to be up anymore. Now, I want to use this red, I think, on the strawberries part. And then we'll see what else we do here. I don't know. I think I'm going to use a squeegee, though, for this part of it. Maybe set this aside for now, because I want to push it in really nicely. We've got cardboard through the whole entire thing. So even though it looks like there's a wrinkle here, that is the bag that kind of has a wrinkle from getting it at the store. Let's get this down here. That is working with a big squeegee better than it was with the tool. It was like having to really press into it to get it to work with the tool. So, but you know, you do what you got to do. I think the strawberries is going to be really sweet looking. I want to do black too, and then the green, I think. We'll see. Not to be happy. I'm excited about, do you guys go and self-pick strawberries? I'd love to hear. I used to be, we don't have strawberry fields here. I do have strawberries in my garden so that I could pick. And my daughters will invite the neighbor kids over and they all sit out there and eat away at the strawberries right from the garden. So if I'm ever wondering why I don't really produce enough strawberries to like eat and fill the freezer or make jam or anything, because my teenage girls, well, even before they were teenagers, they would sit out there and just eat away at the... So before I shut this red up, I'm actually going to put some water into it and make sure to get the last little bit. It's getting really down there in the pot. Before we open up a new thing of that, we will make sure to use up every last bit of the old one. Let me wash my fingers here. Oofta. And then I want to get, and red has a lot of pigment, so you will end up like staining things if you get the red on things. If you make a little boo-boo with some of the other colors, you can usually get it out right away while it's still wet. But unfortunately, the red has a good pigment in it. You can see I'm even turning red on my hands. So All right, let's find a green. There we go. And the other color I was thinking about was black. All right, I want to do these greens. I don't know why they have just a top greens but on there, but it's kind of weird if you ask me. All right, I want to use a wipe to clean this off so that I can use this tool again. But I've learned from lessons to just go ahead and throw it all away once you get it that full. My little garbage down there is getting full. I'm going to get out another wipe. So we're 3 wipes in. I just buy the cases of wipes at Costco. And I try to get the ones without any chemicals in it so I can just use it for everything. You could use Lysol wipes as well, but I struggle with that because I'm allergic to that. So we're going to start with the greens here and do those. My green is a little, you could see it's a little more, it's a little thinner, and that is much better to work with actually. Although it can be so thin that it'll move underneath. So we're just trying to get out here onto our greens without getting the whole red area. I think this is going to be so cute. And like I said, if you ever see one of my finished goods that you enjoyed and would like to purchase just the finished good and not the craft supplies, if that interests you more, let me know. I think I'm going to do these lines. So there's these little like lines in the middle here. I'm going to do those in the green. Now you could probably see them. So my finished goods, when I decide to list them, or actually I try to get them, if I know I'm going to sell it, I try to get them listed right away on my website, which is prairiescraps.com. So find me at YouTube, Facebook, and www at Prairie Scraps. Prairie Scraps. And prairiescraps.com is my shopping site for my finished goods. Sometimes I will put a bundle in there, but mostly it's my finished goods. Once in a while and right now, like I said, it's my Easter sale, so just go look under the Easter tab on my website, prairiescraps.com, and you can find that. I think the one last thing I'm going to do is this little arrow. Oops, and I didn't get that down in the right place, so I'm going to come back with the U-pick. I think U-pick and the 25 cents a pint and the fresh is going to be in black, just to give some extra colors. So you could do this all in one color. It would totally look nice. You don't have to switch colors. Our inks and pastes come in singles packets, most of the colors, so you can even try it out without having a great big jar of it. I kind of like that. If I wasn't creating so much, I think I would prefer to do it that way. All right, so I think that's all the green we're going to do. This color is pesto, if you were wondering. The last one was candy apple red. And these are all inks, not chalks. Chalks will wash off if you put them through the laundry or get them wet. So don't use chalk for this on fabric. So we have a busy week around here. I don't know what you guys are up to on Monday, but Monday is like the lull, I think. We're going to struggle to even get homeschooling done. I homeschool my 2 girls, and we're going to struggle this week because this morning my daughter, she works usually 1 day a week with an elderly lady in town, helps her out, does her shopping, and just general like pickup and vacuuming and dishes and things like that, helps her out. And then, so today was the day, this morning. So that happens during school. So we try to make that time up another day. Well, tomorrow, my other daughter is working for 4-H at a farm event in the next town over. So that's all tomorrow morning. So we are just struggling to. And then Wednesday, they both are in a large group competition for choir, which is a school. So it is school in a way, but it's not our bookwork school. We try very hard to stay in tune to our bookwork school and get that finished in the year, especially since we have a senior this year. I was sad. By the way, if you haven't already followed me on Facebook on Prairie Scraps, be sure you do that, because I did do a live today with an idea for graduation gifts, a small gift that you could give with, money. Because I think graduates these days, especially ones going on to college or tech school, they need money. I guess even ones that are just going to work, like trying to get into an apartment is near impossible these days. It's so expensive to move out. So anyway, I gave a cute little idea. Now we're going to do this little pint. This is black velvet. And again, this is ink. And black velvet, traditionally throughout time, for some reason, has always been a little bit more runny. So just be cautious. Don't push it in too hard. Try to go in one direction. That's what I try to do anyway. Okay, now up here on the fresh. Oops, I just smeared some green in there. So watch your fingers. But it's okay. My black is going to go over the top. And this one, I think, got some red on the fresh. And I think I'm going to be able to cover it. So tomorrow, we've got that over in the next town over, the farming thing. And then like I said, last Thursday, I didn't do a video because I had some dental work done. And I'm still feeling very sore and tender. So I have to go back tomorrow morning during that. And then in the afternoon, my daughter is going to be over to the doctor in that same town. So I'm going back to Cottonwood to hold my grandbaby while she has a doctor's appointment. So that's exciting. Okay, that turned out pretty good. Oh my goodness, this is the best part. I'm telling you every time, it doesn't matter. It doesn't ever get old. But this is the absolute best part of chalking and inking, peeling. It is so much fun to see. Look at that. You can't even tell that I went over in the red on my fresh. It's like perfect. Yay! So exciting. Isn't that cute? Now, this has, what you might have noticed, this little space. This has some seeds that you could put onto the strawberries. I don't know. Should we do the seeds? I guess we could. We could do those in black. The last time I did the seeds, I wasn't excited about it. I'm going to give it a go again. I'm going to try. But I'm going to dry it. Ooh, that is really tacky there. And then tomorrow night we have a band. And then I come back here and teach lessons. And my daughter's going to hang out with the baby. And my other daughter. And then we're going back over to Cottonwood. We have a band concert where I'm playing lead trumpet. I'm kind of excited and kind of nerve-wracking to play the lead trumpet. It's a lot of responsibility, or at least I think it is. Here, definitely, this red is definitely stuck to our cardboard on the back. There is, that is thick. Those strawberries are thick. That's why I think I'm going to do the black seeds on here. And I'm going to let this dry and cure for 24 hours, and then I'll iron it for 3 to 4 minutes to heat set it, and it will be good to go. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it, you guys. How cute is that? Isn't that cute? So much detail, but so easy peasy. Like, we've done this in under 30 minutes so far. I really appreciate you. Make sure you do some hearts if you like the project. That helps me out a little bit. We're going to go back into these little, try to place these. Sometimes with these, when there's two parts of something, like we're going to put these seeds on here. Sometimes they have like, they're exactly matched up, but in this case, you'll have to match it up a little bit. So we're going to use, I think I'm going to use the black for this. And I'm just going to use our tool here again for this. And just get this done. The nice thing about this one is, as long as you have it down, it should turn out okay. See how the black looks. I don't know. See how this looks. Cute. Actually, it does add a little bit to those strawberries, I think. And they have two different little line things for the strawberries, so match them up because it leaves for the leaf. Leaves for the leaf. leaves it available to the leaf there. There's an opening for the leaf, so you can place it over the leaf. What was I saying? Yeah, so band concert Tuesday. Then Wednesday, the girls have a large group thing, and I'm going to be taking them for that. And that is over in Lewiston, and I will drive back here and then teach lessons again Wednesday night. And then Thursday, I don't know. Just goes on and on. You guys know, right? Busy, busy times, aren't they? So, does anybody out there like strawberries? If you do, put a strawberry down below. I'd love to hear if you have strawberry decor. It's kind of fun to put up the strawberries because they remind you spring is almost here. I love strawberry picking. I remember going in Wisconsin and doing the self-picking strawberries, and oh, so much fun. Just a fun family activity. We used to go out with all 5 kids, and I'm telling you, I could hardly afford what we would pick because with 5 kids and the 2 of us, it goes really fast to pick all kinds of things. So it's just kind of funny when I remember one time getting up there being like $50 of strawberries. That was not what I was thinking I was doing. So but fun family memories for sure. What is that down there? Oh, okay. Just gotta get my, everything kind of fell down there. All right, I'm gonna grab, I want to get this cardboard out of here, put this away, get all the paint or all the ink off of my fingers so I don't accidentally fingerprint it again. But I just think those strawberries do look really, that definitely adds to it. There's like a little fleck of black ink there. Okay, we're gonna take that out. Let me show you how much it goes through. This is why you need to make sure to put something underneath your fabric in between. Like if you're doing a t-shirt, you don't want it to leak to the back side. But isn't that the cutest? Let me show you those strawberries up close. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Look at the detail. I just love it. You guys, love. This, you're going to get so many uses out of this transfer. It's like you can use it up to 12 times if you wash it and take care of it. Once you wash it, turn it the sticky side up on a towel and let it dry for about 20 minutes and then put it back on the backing, and that will keep it in the best possible way. And if you don't have, put it back in the bag that you got it in, but to keep it nice and moist. But man, I just love that, you guys. And those little lines do make the strawberries for sure. It just makes them a little more dimensional. Love it. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all have a blessed evening, and make sure you keep on crafting.